Oh my god, you can buy sanguine for 24? That's so cheap. I don't think we have sanguine axes. Look, someone bought prison floor. So you can see every vendor in the game has people buying things from them. Alright, what's going on, Varderons, vampires, and welcome back to another episode of Gloomrot. This is going to be utilizing your currency to buy things, and they've done such a good job with this in Gloomrot, because you can use your coins all the way until endgame. I still use copper, I fabricate currency, and so I'm just going to kind of walk you through some of these things, and then show you where you can actually use your currency in-game, and why it's so important, and why the whole server does it all the time. It's actually a big competition, especially on our server here in beta. So first I'm going to make a leatherworking station. Toward endgame, your large coin purse will actually stop you from taking the effects of silver. So I'm just going to craft this very quickly, but all of these bags are important because they allow you to hold more items, so you can stay out in the world longer. I mean, even with 100 coins, I start taking a silver debuff, so you can tell where if I wanted to really buy things, you know, I would start taking a lot of damage. So I'm just going to pull out some GoldSun coins, and then I will go get the pristine leather and some radium alloy. So let me grab radium alloy. Is a very endgame mat, so I keep it in our lockbox. And then pristine leather as well. That might be in here too, to be honest. Yes, okay. So now we will craft our large bag. But so here comes my coin purse, and now we can actually go out, and you can use this button to see what's inside your bag, or at least a big amount, right? So I'm going to take like probably something like 200 copper. You know what, I probably need more. I might as well take a lot. So I'll take 300, and then we'll put our silver coins in here. I wish I had more GoldSun coins, but they're pretty expensive to make and a fairly rare drop. And you'll see why in just a little bit. I'm actually gonna bring more if I can as well. So first and foremost, we've got the Shady Merchants camps in Tier 1, and there's actually going to be two. You're going to have a Shady Merchant camp on the east side of the map, and also a Shady Merchant camp on the west side. And the important thing to realize here is that they do not share materials, and so if you need specific items, it actually is good to go back and forth between them. There's often vampires here of all levels, so it is kind of a PvP hotspot, because you can get a lot of things that are very hard to come by in the game now. So I always check the Shady Goods dealer. This is actually perfect, so it resets in 2 minutes. So I'm going to, oh no, see, this is what I'm talking about. Someone already bought the rainbow trout. All of your fish, and someone already bought a bunch of goby, all of the fish for your servants and your sort of imprisoned blood bags, basically, it's very hard to find fish now. These very rarely drop, and so buying them is your best chance. And so as you can see, someone already bought all these, and it actually was not me. And then I also like to buy seeds here for my garden, so I will buy a bunch of seeds. I like blood roses because I make a lot of the blood rose potions. And then I'm going to buy one of these because I don't have one. I always like to have it on me. And then we'll just wait. This one respawns in 6 minutes. But just to showcase, I mean, you can see where it's got. You can just buy a bunch of potions even at Tier 1 and then roll out. And these will also reset in 5 minutes. And it does change dramatically what they have on offer. Here you can see it's actually very cheap. You get a lot of copper coins in Tier 1, and you can just straight buy a merciless. So probably for skips, it's really important in Tier 1 to go F-Bear, and then Quincy, and then buy your Merc Copper, and then just go and get Iron. So you can actually skip Clive if you so choose. You can see he's got rings, the Merciless set full, an assortment of random things. He actually has Alchemy Lab flooring, which would be another big purchase. And then they've got all the Tier 1 gems. And gems are very, very important now for crafting and for getting your spells actually attuned with the proper socketed gems, basically. So this has now reset, and he does have rainbow trout again, but these are often different. This looks like it came up pretty similar, but they usually do not have the same things twice. I think some of the hats might have changed as well. Alright, so here we're going to go to the farmer's market, which I believe... There it is. You can see it's actually a very big point of interest, and a lot of vampires associate here as well. Alright, so here we actually have to go in disguise, and it is a lot harder to get the disguise now. So I'm not going to showcase it all the way through, but I'm just going to show you in the V-Blood menu. So there's actually a new boss called, I believe, Bane is his name. Let me see. Yes, Bane the Shadow Blade, and he will actually give you human form. So it is no longer Beatrice, it is Bane the Shadow Blade, and he is actually very hard. He is quite a challenging boss, but he also gives you Veil of Bones. So anyway, after you beat Bane, you can then become a human. So let me put this on. Probably shouldn't have replaced my bad power there. There we go. Okay, so now I will go to human form so we can actually enter the farmer's market. And this is a great spot because there's a ton of things to farm here, a lot of chests, a lot of breakables, as you can see, and there's also an entire corral of horse. So a lot of people come here in early game. So here we will have the tier 2 gems. They also reset similar to tier 1. You've got the potions, so someone's already bought all the fire blossom seeds. You can see you can buy cotton seeds and sunflowers, so it's like this all the way across the board. You can just buy the upgraded tiers of things. Here you would also be very lucky if you bought a garlic resistance brew and then went to get cotton the second you got a merciless copper weapon. So we're just kind of going to go through here and look at them all. Now, as you can see, there are guards everywhere, so you actually do need to be in costume for tier 2. You can buy the merciless iron, it's only 64. Library flooring, tailor's flooring, so just really good items are purchasable now. I don't remember what blood snappers. Someone bought all these sagefish and rainbow trout, so I mean you can definitely see that people like to get a lot of things done. You can buy scourge stone as well. I'm going to buy this wolf head actually. Like that looks cool. Alright, so assuming you came out of vampire form, you would see that all the monsters would start attacking you. Alright, so now to get to T3, I think we're just going to fly there. Alright, so we'll go human form again, and now we will walk into where I hope the trader is. This is at least where he used to be. Yeah, so it's still him. So here's the city goods vendor. I'm guessing there's a ton. So bloody snapper. Oh, things are very cheap at endgame. Oh, especially silk. Wait, this is actually crazy cheap. Dang, I was really grinding this in swamp nonstop. I could have bought 8 times 4. Could have bought in 32 for only 16 coins. Wow. There must be more. Let me also look around for where the next ones are. Right, because that's just the goods vendor. There has to be one of each, I would guess. Oh, okay, so looting actually takes you out of human form. Sacred grapes, we got very high tier witch potion. Honestly, really, really good stuff and very, very cheap. I really thought we didn't have a lot compared to the prices of other things throughout the game. But now that I know that it's cheaper to buy things, it's actually, this makes it much easier. Alright, so the next one's probably over here. I'm not sure we can make it. I think I might take damage even with the sun pot. Oof, narrow. Oh my god, you can buy sanguine? For 24? That's so cheap. I don't think we have sanguine axes. Look, someone bought prison floor. So you can see every vendor in the game has people buying things from them. I'm actually gonna buy sanguine axes here, and then I'll see what the gems are. Here, I think I have the least amount of rubies, so I'm just gonna buy a ton of rubies, so that way I can, in my next video, we'll be crafting some high tier skill gems. Pretty sure ruby I had the absolute least of. Alright guys, so that is going to be how to use your currency at end game, beginning game, and mid game. It is always useful, and as you saw, there are a lot of vampires buying from it. It is server wide, so when they're out of stock, they're out of stock. You can also see where all of these would be a great place to kill people, to take their currency and their bags if they're holding any. So with that, I will see you guys for the next video. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you for the next one.